Hello everyone, here's a quick tip video. Following my previous video, I was talking about the normal align tool and the tool that lets you align faces together so you don't need to manually rotate and match the faces. And someone asked me why it doesn't work. And I will show you a simple thing why it might not work and how you can fix it. First, let's see what doesn't work. I have a simple kitchen model here, and I will try to place this induction hob on top of the countertop using normal align tool. This is not the usual way to do it. For example, you would use select and place tool to do that here. But if you have wrong normal directions or wrong smoothing groups, you might mess it up too. So it's all about your faces, not the tool you used. You need to have correct normal directions for these kind of tools to work. I will select this object. I will click normal align tool or Alt N, the shortcut. I will select this face and you can already see that the normal direction, this blue arrow, is not looking downwards and it's not perfectly vertical. And if I try to click here, it will not align this face. And this is an issue, and it's not just that face. Here, as you can see, there's a problem. But even if I want to use this tool, by the way, keep in mind that use base as pivot should be clicked because then it will align the bottom face of the object you are trying to place. And I will drag and drop here and here. As you can see, there's a clear problem. This is not how it should be. Just to show you the actual behavior of that tool, I have a box here and another box. These don't have any smoothing groups, just simple boxes. And I will select this object, and if I do this, as you can see, perfectly flat, the way it should be. Also, let's rotate this like this randomly. And now if I try to align this face on top of this one, again, it will sit perfectly flat on this face. But it doesn't work in this case. And what might be the problem? As you can see here, there are some darkening on this face, and it shows us what might be wrong with this. And the simple answer is to just clear the smoothing groups. I will select all the faces, clear all, and that's it. And I will show you the rotation. It's 0, 0, and 0. So if I have a perfectly flat surface without any smoothing groups, this should sit on top perfectly, like this. As you can see, there's no issue and the faces are perfectly aligned. And we can also see it here, like this. It's perfectly aligned. And also we can check the rotation again, one more time. Didn't change, 0, 0, 0, because this object has correct smoothing groups or no smoothing groups at all, and we also cleared this smoothing group here. If you have a complicated object with multiple smoothing groups, and if they are intentional smoothing groups that you prepared for a reason, it might not be wise to clear all the smoothing groups, but in that case, you can select the face and assign it to a different smoothing group, and that way the face will be without an issue. And let's try it with the kitchen now. I will delete this box. Rotation 0, 0, 0. The normal direction arrow, as you can see, is perfectly vertical. But something didn't work. If you check that it's perfectly flat, but there's rotation on Z-axis. And it shouldn't have happened. Let's try it one more time. It didn't work. But why it didn't work? Because our countertop object has some smoothing issues too. And it's always a good idea to check both objects if you are having alignment issues. But let's see what's causing the smoothing issues here. Here you can see that we have a chamfer modifier, and it's set to smooth entire object with 30 degrees threshold. This is a problem because the chamfer modifier is trying to smooth all the faces to each other, with the given threshold, and we don't want all the faces to be smooth actually. We want some faces to be flat, but we want the chamfered edges or chamfered faces to be smooth. And now that we know that this is perfectly free of any smoothing groups, even if I try it with Select and Place tool, which should work perfectly fine in this case, as you can see, or maybe I can show it closer. As you can see, this is still causing issues. And not everywhere. Some faces are worse than the others. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we need to do something about the chamfer. Actually, it's also pretty easy and I'm gonna do a separate video about it, but let's see quickly what's going on. First we had this box, then we want it to be round edged. But to control that, we need to add another chamfer and we need to set the tension to 0. So this way it will create controlling edges around the chamfer object. So the smoothing won't bleed after this controlling edge. Now let's try what's going to happen. First I will use the normal align tool. I will select the object, Alt-N, and I will click on a face. And you see that the object is rotated, and if it happens, keep that in mind. It's a good idea to reset X-form just to be sure. But let's undo that and place with Select and Place tool this time. Let's try it with all the faces around here. As you can see, the object doesn't intersect with the faces and the rotation is never changing, which is the result we want. And with correct normals and correct smoothing groups and using Select and Place tool or normal align tool, I can place this object on any face without an issue. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video and learned something from it, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see time-saving tips like this or problem solving, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions or requests, please leave a comment and I will do my best to reply. Thank you for watching and have fun modeling.